Now we can discuss about King app for learning English by Group 1. Goals of our program is created learning media that can make students become excited and feel like they are learning offline. How we do visualization? Group 1 visualizing this prototype using mockup because of the output of the prototype is an application. In crea- in crea- and creating the mockup we use the help of the Figma app. And now we can let's discuss about Scamper method. King apps replace the teacher way of delivering the material to be delivered. A second, combine. At King app, we do a number of combination of feature like Instagram, Instagram message, a video call on WhatsApp, and other feature to adapt from other application. The third is adapt. The feature in King apps also adapt for other application feature which are also useful to support learning. Next is modify. It we it was explained in the previous point that one of our feature was adapting to the Ome TV feature, but we made modification to the shuffle call feature and even other feature user were asked to comply with the provision, namely using English in interaction with users and also maintain behavior and speech. Next is put to another user. We believe that King apps are very useful in learning English, even later that situation returns offline. Next, eliminate. If we if we do the elimination, we will do the elimination on the video call or voice call feature because user the King apps application can exchange other social media contacts that also provide this feature. Reserve, if we can change, we want to change the administrative and regulatory patterns in test learning so that we can screen and sort out students who can do trial learning offline. And next, other member we can display to other.
Okay, now I will present about how to use this application. When the user first open this application, they will see the app logo. This is intended to strengthen the brand of this app and it doesn't take long to open to the next page. Although these features look simple, but this feature help to solve the problem of the existing Kampung Inggris is the lack of branding product. Here, the user is asked to enter the ID in the form of a series of alphabet and password, which is registration number. This ID and password will be obtained by the user if they have registered and paid a valid payment to the course institution. ID and password will be sent by email from the institution concerned. After filling in the ID and password, the user press the login button. In the homepage view, there are several features. The first is features that can help user to find what they want. Second, the achievement summary features is useful to make it easier for user to know their achievement while using this application. Third, calendar features that make it easy for user to view academic schedule at specific time. Fourth, classroom features that contain learning video, quizzes, and discussion that have been provided by each institution. Fifth, the contact features that allow user to see the other users has been added in contact. The next, quizzes features make it easy for user to directly work on the quizzes they want. And location range features that allow user to see who the other user of this app are nearby. The random call features that allow users to learn not only by reading but also listening. The user also can see their profile by press profile button on the top right. And this sketch will come out when the user press profile. On this page, the user can edit about the user profile such as username, institution, and address that must be filled by the user. As for the education and experience section, the user has direct note to fill in. And in location range view, user can tap another user's profile and there will appear look like this that briefly inform about that user. In this profile pop-up, there is name information, the origin of the institution distance, the user with himself. There are also chat and call button to make it easier for user if they want to quickly contact the selected user. This location coverage feature allow them to be able to strengthen communication with people in the vicinity. This feature can be an option if troubleshooting in user who want to have friends study offline so that they can find friends in English in Kampung Inggris located close to the user.
The next feature is another user. In sketch beside is a view that will be installed when the user presses another user profile. As it appears in the sketch, there are other usernames and the institution. There are also tools that direct to send messenger, voice calls, and video calls. User can also know the domicile and reduce range of other user. For education history and also other user experience will be displayed. Also, if other user fill in the optional feature. The next feature is shuffle call or video call. When user wants to communicate with other users, they can press the random call button and the system will find other users who are online. When making a video call, user can send messages to each other by pressing the chat button and a messenger pop-up will appear on the left. This feature can solve the problem presented by users during the pandemic, namely the lack of direct interaction or practice in practicing their speaking outside of learning. The next is contact. There is a contact feature that user can use to search for other users who have been added. Existing contact lists are sorted alphabetically. User can directly search for a specific contact by pressing search and then typing the name of the destination contact. Next is ruang kelas or classroom. On this page, the user enters a page named classroom. There are tools with a calendar icon that contain the user's lesson schedule. This page consists of the exciting learning chapter, however not all can be accessed by all users depending on the package taken by the user when registering with the agency in the Kampung Inggris. In this feature, overcome problems that exist in the field, namely helping in archiving material so that user material is stored neatly. In the sketch is the grammar material, which is one of the chapters available in the classroom. In this page consists of chapters that exist on the material that the user pressed on the page before. Each chapter can be opened one by the user so that it can make it easier for the user to learn it. Next is subchapter. After the user selects the material in the chapter page, the user screen will display the content of the material selected by the user. When the user selects tense material on grammar, then it will appear as beside, wherein each page contains the explanation of several videos and also quizzes that have been provided by each institution of their course. Next is learning video. When the user presses the video part, a display will appear as shown on the side. If the user wants to display the video in full, then the user can display their smartphone. If the user wants to continue to the next video, the user can press the next button below the video. However, if the user wants to exit the video view, they can press the cross button located at the top left of the screen. This feature helps solve the problem of users who say that users during online learning cannot focus in only explanation through Zoom only. The next feature is quiz. When the user presses the feature, a display will appear like the software. There are several practice multiple choice questions. In this quiz display, there is a rare feature that can be used by a user to return to the previous question, then the next feature to continue to the next question, and a flag feature that is used to answer questions that are still unsure from the user. This feature can help in improving user in training problems that during the pandemic are not done well.
Quiz. If the user has reached the last digit, the display will change a zone next to where there are back and finish buttons. When the user has finished working on the problem, they can press the finish button. However, if you still want to double-check the previous answer, the user can press the back button. Score quiz. When the user has pressed the finish button, a display like the one on the slide will appear, and the final score obtained by the user will appear. There is also a discussion feature for users to find out more about answers that are still not quite right. In this section, there is also a star symbol which will adjust the amount obtained by the user. Discussion. The sketch on the side is a display. When the user presses the discussion feature, where there are questions and correct answers as well as the discussion. If user want to open a discussion on a certain number, they can directly press the desired number. And there is also a finish feature, where when the user presses it, the user will return to the grammar list view. Listening. For listening material at the beginning, the display is not much different from other materials. Only the difference is that in this section there are no written questions like the other materials, but there is audio that can be played by the user. The discussion section is also the same as other materials, because in this discussion section there are readings and questions that were previously in the question section in the form of audio.
Academic calendar. The sketch on the side in the display when the user presses the calendar feature where there are learning schedules such as grammar, dyslexia, reading, writing, TOEFL, YTH, which can be seen directly in the dates box. And if this feature is pressed on the dates, a Zoom link will be displayed that will direct the user directly to the learning room. How teachers use King app. In addition to users who can access this application, tutors also get access to this application for the appearance of the King app. Application is not so much different from the appearance for the user. The thing that tutor can do on King apps are: number one, add the Zoom link; number two, adding quiz material; number three, adding lesson materials and videos; number four, change the study schedule; number five, provide notification to all students who will be connected to user message.